and it gave us this moves. So stop loss, I'm not gonna put it on the head. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit more pips, right? So that will be my stop loss. In every single buy situation, my stop loss will always be below my support. And I understand that, like with GBP USD, I think the loss there is over 2,000 pips. So with that, I understand that sometimes it's quite far, but um, as I always say, whenever I send a signal, whenever I send a setup, do not take my word as is. Try and cross reference. If you're new, I understand you're just gonna run on what I am sending in the group. But as time goes on, please double check what I'm giving you. When it's weekend and you have time, do not sit in front of the laptop and Netflix all day. Back test, see where you can perfect this for yourself. Because honestly, guys, if you look at the past weeks, or if you look at my trading patterns in general, I will analyze about 20 markets and then I'll just trade five of them. Now, if you're gonna wait on me, you are just gonna get the five that I am trading, because honestly, guys, I do not send signals or trades that I am not gonna take. So whenever you see me sending a signal with a buy or a sell and stop loss and take profit parameter, best believe I'm in those trades. There's no way that I am gonna send trades that I'm not in, because number one, lying takes effort. I have to remember what I lied about. And number two, if I'm not in the trade, how am I gonna follow it? You know, I'm gonna forget about it. So I only send signals of trades that I am going in. And if I am not, or if I have not sent a signal for a specific trade or something like that, also realize that um, it might be that I'm just not interested in that trade, or I've read something, but just because I'm not going for it doesn't mean you should not. Do you guys understand that? Because the thing is, I'm giving you guys like my whole playbook. It's open. I want you guys to succeed. So whenever you need help, or whenever you want to double check a position and stuff, I'm not saying I'm the god of trading, but what I am saying though is I have a little bit of, or let me rather say, I have enough experience to be able to let you know if you're doing the right thing or if you're doing the wrong thing. So take profit.
Uh,
We're gonna
if I
use.
if I if I may interfere, Rydal, at the moment I think you are our god of trading.
No, man, you shouldn't see it like that. You should see it as what I do. I'm giving it to you guys so that you can do it better.
Eventually we'll come there. We'll come there. We're on the wax on, wax off stadium.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. You will get there. You will get there. So, on the note of take profit, right? I'm always gonna wanna look at what is happening to the left side of me. Always. And my next zone, my next multiple tested zone is this over here. And when we get a zone like this, right? And this is really important. When we get a zone like this, then the question always arises, which one do I take? How often have you found yourself doing that? When you get a multiple of highs and then you're like, which one am I going to take? So to answer that, guys, you're always going to go with the first one. The reason why you're going to go with the first one is because this is the first rejection of that area. This, if you mark this area, right, and price comes to close to it, you know that when it comes around this price area, it's going to do something. And because price is below it, it's a resistance. So we are expecting price to push it down. So I'm just gonna um, finish up on the take profit conversation here quickly. So what I normally do is I will drag it out and price. Um, and this is also another important thing to note. So if you go to my notes, you will see that I have noted there that whenever we are buying, price or take profit will be in front, or it will be before we get to our resistance level. You guys remember that?
Mm.
Yeah.
And this is the reason why we put our take profit before, in front of our resistance level. And the reason for that is that um, it's not a guaranteed fact that price will go till there. Yes, price went there, but it's not a guaranteed fact. Price will draw close to it, and if the momentum is sharp enough, then price will go reach that level. But the reason why we put take profit in front of our resistance is that we want price to give us the maximum amount of money before it turns around. And as you can see right here, it turned around. I got a bearish head and shoulder, and then my bias changed for a while. So this is the reason why we have take profit um, in front of the resistance levels and in front of the support as well when we are doing a sell. So
Mm.
um, we have this new high now, obviously, and head and shoulders, as you guys can see here. But what is important to note is that this trade, if you guys haven't been following that much, then it's clear to the eye that this trade has been creating higher highs and higher lows. And for me, it's only when price gets back to this area and below that I would say price is going to go back to its former trend, meaning it's going to go back to the downtrend where the dollar was in charge of price. But at the moment, gold is gold is the dominating one here. So I'm just gonna fast forward it a bit to current price, to where we are right now. So if I look at it like this, right, then um, it looks to me, because I can't see anything, and this is too little information for me to go on, right? And it seems that price might be dropping from here. So what I normally do is I get a zoom, and I would check if in this area where price is now, if there was levels. Sometimes I'd go to the weekly as well. The weekly is also a really nice chart to predict really long term movements on.
Mm. Filters out the noise.
Oh, 100%, 100%. The larger time frames filters out the noise, um, as Reimer said there. So um, that was Reimer that said that, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So when price made this, this was the area to watch. And I'm just gonna give you guys a quick lesson on why I draw two lines instead of one. So support and resistance, right? Support and resistance will never ever just be one line. it will always be a zone. So if you have just the one line, you will fall to moves like this that will break your one line and it will have a confirmation close. And trust me, I've fallen for that so many times. So many times I've fallen for that trap. So um, just bear in mind that price is when it comes to support and resistance, a zone or a band is much more indicative than just one line. So if I have to look at this band that this low created, so wait, I actually got the wrong point here. Seeing that now.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, that's a correct point. So on the note of me using my tool as well and how I get to that. So I use two prices when it gets to drawing my zones. One, the wick price, and the wick price is important because the wick price will show us where price has gone and rejected from. But you will also see that in the same breath, the wick price is is not as relevant as well because when I do this, you will see that actual price also plays a big role, and that is why I just take both levels, my week level and my actual price level, where price actually turned around from and closed. Because when price do this, that means that is where price closed the lowest actually for the session. But when you look at it this way, you will see that before price closed and opened there, it actually went all the way there and then only it went up. So that is why I just use this as a band. Do you guys understand that?
Yes.
What cool. Now you know when I analyze and you see two lines close to each other, now you know what it's for. So if I after I've marked this zone and I go back to actual price, I will see that price is actually above this area. And what what validates this area to me is the fact that we have a previous high. The last high. You guys remember the last gold signal for the buy that I sent? This one? The last high. I know it's a while back though. Um, but the last high before this one, the last high actually rejected from that area. So that just validates that area to me as this is the zone where price will be making interesting moves from. So one thing to note, price came to it and it fizzled out in waves. Price came to it, so it's gonna fizzle out in waves now. And you guys are familiar with the flip. So this was a resistance before, and as you can see, another head, yeah, another head and shoulders, and it falls clearly with that zone. So that just gives me also the faith that when price comes to here again, it's gonna do what it did here. It's gonna do what it did here. So on that note, my zones have been drawn out. Um, I am at current price. All I need to do now is drop to the smaller time frame